Now, for the Divas Championship, a match I think we're both looking forward to here. Charlotte defending against Becky Lynch. You got the last kicker or the daughter of the two-time WWE Hall of Famer?
I gotta go with Becky Lynch here.
Ooh.
I think it'll be like typical similar shenanigans as they've been doing last couple weeks on Raw, and then having Flair kind of like try to distract Becky, but then it turns into distracting Charlotte, and then Becky pick up the pinfall.
I hope so. It seems like that's the story they're building to. She came up short in winning the title on SmackDown a couple weeks ago. She's lost a few times, and she's building up this anger and this passion to win that championship. So they're building up the story to seem like she will win it at the Rumble. And they put this little video up on their YouTube channel last night after Raw with Becky and Rich Brennan talking about how she's been a fan of the Royal Rumble, the pay-per-view, just like watching it in Ireland or whatever when she was a kid. Now she's contending for the title at that same pay-per-view, so how much it means to her. I mean, we've seen that before and people have lost, so it's not like a shoo-in that she wins. But like I said earlier, a lot of these matches aren't really all that predictable. I've seen people say, I'm not excited for any match in the card except for like the last man standing match. That's the only match that's unpredictable. I completely disagree. I feel like all these matches could go one way or the other, including this one. I mean, it's really hard to say what it all depends on what their WrestleMania plans are. Like if they're going to do Sasha and Charlotte or, and I love the idea of doing a one-on-one women's match at Mania. We haven't seen it in literally 10 years since Trish and Mickey at WrestleMania 22. But we haven't seen like a triple threat at Mania, and probably since that, how long as well. So I'd be totally down for a triple threat with Sasha, Charlotte, and, Becky. So if Sasha's good to go, I mean, she hasn't been heard from in about a month, so who knows, but or Paige, even if she's good to go. But yeah, I'd go with Lynch here just to kind of switch up the title picture, because they can always do a rematch at Fastlane, because if Becky loses again, then I don't know how they get to a rematch, which the feud will continue past Sunday. I'm pretty confident of that. But I feel like if they want to do a rematch to stretch the feud out as much as possible, they're going to have to do a title change here, just because there's like nobody else to challenge Charlotte unless they do it like Brie Bella for the millionth time, or Naomi or something, which isn't going to happen. But yeah, I got to go with the last kicker. I'm hoping she wins her first Divas Championship. And someone brought it up to me just like yesterday, because I wrote that article a couple months ago about how she was being wasted in the main roster since coming up to NXT, or since coming up to the main roster from NXT. And I wrote that at a time, I mean, we've talked about this before, how she's been wasted. And these women got called up not like a month ago, not a couple weeks ago, but fucking 6 months ago. Literally 6 months ago. And they've been wasted, tremendously since then, or at least Becky has been, because she's been overshadowed, and we've talked about this before, Sasha and Charlotte. So, at the time that we were saying that she was being wasted, I feel like she could have made a bigger impact down in NXT, but because Sasha's hurt, Paige is hurt, Natalya hasn't been relevant in like 2-3 months, if ever, if at least in a long time, they had to rely on Becky to, be put in this championship picture, in this championship slot, and go for the title, and hopefully win it. So it wasn't like they had faith in Becky. I mean, I feel like that's partly the reason, but it's also because they really didn't have any other choice, and they found out that when they pushed Becky that she has a lot of great talent. But what have your thoughts been so far on the evolution of the last kicker character?
I would agree with you on that. Like you said, if Banks and like Paige weren't hurt, I don't think she'd be in the spotlight right now. But I think she's done really good for herself. We saw like those hot spots that she had at NXT when she was going at the Sasha Banks, and now she's kind of becoming pretty much the only baby face in the Divas division, unless you want to count Brie Bella's like 100 turns, counting as a face. But
yeah.
But she's done good for herself. I think she's starting to get over the crowd more. Her promo last week was really good. Her promo on Raw last night I really enjoyed, and she's been had good matches in rings since kind of getting the spotlight by herself. So I think the stars are bright right now for Becky Lynch, and hopefully they capitalize on that. We're kind of like wasting another talent.
There's no reason not to put the belt on her. I mean, the only criticism or the only thing I could see, like, she's not over, she's not connecting with the crowd, but she has been. I mean, ever since this whole feud, not started, but ever since they really started to kind of, establish the lines between heel and babyface, at least for these two, like you said, I have no idea what the hell Brie Bella is, or Alicia Fox, or even Natalya and Paige after last night. That was confusing as all hell. But at least there was like, I understand it's hype for Total Divas. It just makes no sense. The whole division is just, in a state of disarray outside of Charlotte and Becky. So it's great, at least with these women, specifically Charlotte, because she's been teetering the line between heel and babyface for at least 2-3 months now. And Becky's finally connecting. She's cutting really good promos. They're both great in the ring. I think we've known that forever. It's just the characters that weren't really connecting, and now they finally are. There's no reason not to put the belt on her.